listen to what the idiot had to say first. You again. What do you want?
Goodbye, Mr. Digby. Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit. Times like
Good
these,
evening,
a good
sir.
drink's just as
Whatever.
likely to-
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom Watts about him.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
So few clients.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
What do you do for...
I drink.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I'll drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn streetlight.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drink.
How dare you say...
No reason at all to...
Let me tell you
Another time. Is there anything in particular...
How dare...
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way.
Drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Goodbye. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Since I'm here...
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. And with the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too, I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her, for sure.
What is bothering you, then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Goodbye, Mr. Wa...
Are they stupid or something?
I should have offered a drink to the boy.
Evening, Miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to...
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
What can you tell me?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
Не находят картинки. Пишет, такой картинки нет. А где пробел-то убрать?
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I got responsibilities. And it's not like I got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
А, вот сердце загрузилось. Ну ты написал тут, блядь. Покайся мне. Вроде загрузилась. Как теперь проверить, не знаю. Как ее проверить? Вроде... Типа стоп-старт сделать, что ли? Куда картинка-то делась? А, в настройках. Ну, в настройках есть. В настройках есть. Ну все, поставили.
So this bar is neutral territory, then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
they stupid or something?
Welcome back, Doctor.
To India.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Goodbye, Mr.
It's locked, all right.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. He
I should
cursed
just
all
run
the
as far away
just
from this place as I can.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Ah!
This is despicable.
Seems like the guard of Pre-Run is on short.
Want some of this? Want some of this? No! Get back in the grave! What's Run the leech! Die, leech! Die, Bernie! Killing's all you do.
Можно, наверное, да. Так, сейчас тут ядрить. Я никогда этой сывороткой сраной не пользовался и в итоге перепутал. Прожимал и то, и другое. А, вот, все-таки Т это кровь. А я прожимал сразу и то, и то. А, мне в противоположную. Блять.
I have this thirst for blood.
Так. Теперь Т это кровь. Т это кровь. Можешь сразу этих чуваков раскидывать тогда. Т это кровь. Блять, я вот... Вот, блять, тут... Тут, блять, проблема с этой ебучей камерой, как фокусить нужных мобов, блять. Вот проблема именно в этом. Проблема в том, что он не фокусит нужных мобов, блять. Вот и все. Тогда жопа была, потому что это просто пиздец был. То есть я просто не мог ядрить нормально фокуснуть. Вот и все. То есть я прыгал вокруг него. Жопа именно в том, что тут нет клавиши переключения между целями. Тут просто фокус камеры и все. В этом жопа. Жопа именно в том, что нет, как в Dark Souls, переключения на цели. Тут просто ты фокусишь цель, а когда их толпа, хер ты сфокуснешь нужную цель, блядь. Вот хер. Вот, выбрать цель. Если ты фокусишь еще раз, он убирает цель. А как менять цель? Тут такого нету. Вот в этом жопа. Просто пипец какая жопа. Просто конченая жопа. В итоге я там прыгал, пытался нужного сфокусить. И в этот момент меня просто убивали и все. То есть ты, например, фокусишь не того, бьешь, прыгаешь не в том, не на того моба, не в то место. Тебя сразу бьют.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
То есть жопа, когда вот куча народу, и хер ты фокуснешь нужного моба. Вот хер. Вот это вот реально раздражает. Тут просто нужно было бы сделать переключение между целями, и все. То есть ты фокуснул там, и начинаешь просто колесиком там переключать все цели, перебирать, как в Dark Souls. Все! Вопросов нет. А так ты фокуснул, и все. И вот ты и в бою вот в нужный момент, вот толпа народу, и вот ты пытаешься фокуснуть этого того, кого тебе надо. Такая хуетень. Это, конечно, критический минус. Не рановато ли? Так ядрить на скиллухе затащим. Что тут проблема? Именно из-за управления. Я говорю, что это все из-за управления. Вот все эти бывают трахабаги, трахагофы. То есть просто вот бредятина с управлением, именно с фокусировкой мобов. Когда их много, ты хер зафокусишь нужного. А Ладно, просто не зафокусишь. Если бы тут просто было переключаться между целями, вообще бы изи. Но тут тут в толпе, когда они все бегают, а ты представь, что ты еще нужного фокусить хочешь, а они все бегают, по тебе стреляют, ты уворачиваешься. Обязательно, например, пытаешься зафокусить одного, даже если вот прям идеально. Обязательно кто-то там куда-то переместится, на это место встанет. То есть тут вот с этим конченая жопа вообще. Как в Dark Souls, но в Dark Souls там цель. Когда ты фокусишь, ты можешь между целями переключаться. То есть там на выбор. Там в этом плане именно перефокусировка цели нормально сделана. А не как здесь, пиздец. Не зафокусил нужного, убрал. А без фокуса он просто иногда куда хочешь бьет там и все. Что надо сделать? Ну, короче... Лахти-трахти. Да ладно, бред. Да какого хера я их не могу перебить-то? Ну что за бред? Они меня перебивают, а я их не могу перебить. Да ну чушь. Такая поебень вообще. Чувак ядрить бросается, я на огромном расстоянии нахожусь, он меня просто ноготочком там зацепляет, и опять запускается анимация. Это чушь полнейшая. Во! Вот если ядрить, он тебя хоть... Вот даже в конце сейчас прыжка он меня задел, когда... То есть он прыгнул, я отошел почти, он чуть-чуть меня в самом конце ядрить прям. И тут еще он на пол экрана запускается анимации, как он меня типа хватает. Ну это ж чушь. Это что такое? Как мне ядрить? А, это поезд, ядрить. Так, а чё куда надо? А-а.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Да вы издеваетесь? Мне что, такого кругаля, что ли, делать? А, может, вот здесь? Да ладно. Он что, выжил?
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Да вы, блядь, издеваетесь.
There's safer places to be than here. Crush it, leech boys! Want some of that?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Быдло-бомж. Быдло-бомж. Я когда сваливаю, говорил. Это ядрить на минуту. Здесь поудобней. Водички попить, налить стаканчик. А, кстати, а куда делся робот-епобот? Тут робот должен предупреждать. Я если ненадолго, то не говорю. А если на больше, чем на минуту, то говорю всегда.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
Короче, быдло бабы это. Так я не на 5 минуток. Я в том-то и дело, я же не буду говорить, ребят, на 30 секунд отхожу. Ребят, на 2 минуты отхожу. Ребят, почесать спину 10 секунд. Я же не буду так говорить. Если на 5 минут, то говорю всегда. А еще иногда резко тут звонит телефон. Или кто-то приходит. Мне надо резко вставать, вскакивать. Я спускаюсь вниз по лестнице, а там иногда нужно что-то допомочь. И что мне обратно подниматься, я же не знаю. То есть я могу как бы вставать и говорить: ребят, не знаю, насколько отойду. Может секунд на 30, а может на 30 минут. Я же не могу так говорить. Иногда так бывает. Я просто встаю и говорю: кто-то пришел. А как уж там получается, то есть мне надо будет возвращаться обратно. Время трачу. Короче, как-то вот так. Ну, когда меньше там 2 минут, 3 минут, я всегда говорю, больше я всегда говорю.
If you have something to say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Слышь ты, сука! Когда чем-нибудь заболит, ты первая прибежишь. Первая прибежишь ныть, сучка. Я тебя устрою тогда.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Я просто эстет. Я люблю роскошную жизнь, красивый пиджачок, и что с того? Нищебродка. Небось, лифчик, трусы носит месяц подряд. Так, ну, короче, ее в расход прям. Но надо ядрить, колотить.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right. Okay. No need to get all worked up.
Ты понятия не имеешь, мандак, кто я такой. Это да. Я тебе как-нибудь покажу. В своей сраной шапочке.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Вот тебе и профсоюз. Ваши убеждения стояли вам работы. Профсоюз. Ей надо песню спеть. Я кланяюсь начальнику, ведь он второй отец. Но надо только вовремя подлизывать попец. За месяц от рабочего до мастера дошел. Зарплата стала больше, и на сердце хорошо. Уволили с работы.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Женщины, рабыни, должны готовить на кухню. На кухне. Кроме того, у них есть особенность дармоедничать в период беременности. Кто должен оплачивать? Работодатель. Себе в убыток. Счастье-то какое! Нанимать их. Дармоедок. Да еще с такими ядрить.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Так, а что это у нас там? Ну-ка, 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 это кто у нас там сейчас? Ну-ка, блокнотик. Ники. Странно. Нет, да, это значит другой кто-то был. Ну ладно. Свидетель Элдера ядрить. Да. Решили, так сказать, пусть поживет. Вот Маскарад Вампиров 2 вышел. Я, кстати, и говорил сразу, что ломанусь. Правда, это не совсем та игра, которую я хотел, но могу сказать, что затянуло. Затянуло. Жаль, тут нет сложности. Одна сложность. Но тут управление немножко дурацкое. Когда много народу перед тобой. Хер зафокусишь нужного моба. Вот это просто жесть. Как-то, я не знаю, как-то привыкать надо к ней. А так, в принципе... Тут главный плюс — это атмосфера. Это, конечно, неплохо они сделали.
Well, I'll leave you.
О, кстати, ну-ка.
You again.
Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. А если вот так вот?
Do you need medical help, Miss Paxton?
No, thank you.
Понятно. Goodbye.
Yeah, people are still working at this time while you're all slurping soup before bed.
Это кто у нас? А кто у нас там был? Что за зритель, который не здоровался, спрашивал что-то там про шейпера или что-то такое? Это кто у нас такой? Я тебя устрою ядрить, сука. О, я на 1000 очков ее взбодрил. Надо, короче, со всеми поболтать. О! Что-то произошло. Короче,
Good evening, miss.
я ее вырежу.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
What can you tell me?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Так, вашим услугам, бомжи.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
Goodbye.
I hope Giselle will pull through.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment. We'll have a talk when you've returned from the sewers, Dr. Reed.
Safer places to be than here.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Блядь, чё это такое, сука ебаная?
No rest for the wicked.
Да, блядь, да чё за... Ну чё это за поебень вот это вот? Пиздец. То, что я ядрить сбоку иду, то, что я пробежал уже, то, что я стрейфю не ядрить. Все равно попало. Ули. Что-то какая-то тут ебала конченая вообще. Ну и вот это что такое, блядь? Пиздец это называется. Вот это вот. Вот я камень уже прошел. Он все равно, блядь. Ну и чё? Вот из-за таких моментов все абсолютно ебанутые вот эти вот рахагуфы и были. То, блядь, персонаж не фокусится, то еще что. А, то, блядь, моб прыгает ядрить. Ты отходишь уже, он тебя ноготочком так задевает, и анимация опять на пол экрана запускается, как он тебя хватает. Вот это чушь конченая вообще.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Yeah!
Ой, блядь.
You! Get back in the tree!
Giselle's stolen money. Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Что-то я какое-то дополнительное задание выполнил. Да ладно, и тут стабильные.
It's locked, all right. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That gate should shut properly now.
Чему закрыться-то? Ядрить, что тут делать? Блин, ну очевидно, что вот это должно открыть. Блять.
I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. Ah! Dare challenge a demon.
Чё? Не понял, как?
Once you vanished, slaughter these skulls while singing your name. I shall snap.
Ну-ка, вот так вот. Так, кровь Т, да?
You found your death in me. For Blanche the hand the crusher. I shall tear you apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells. Your blood is now mine. Down, stay down.
Да я нажимаю!
I shall crush you. Power you cannot comprehend. Return to your apothecary and needles. Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Down.
Я патроны, что ли, кончились? Я не понял. Да нет, а что-то я не понял. А чё вечно какая-то херня происходит, а? А, здесь там пишет 2, это заряд. Ладно. Это надрачиваю. Оказывается, лахти-трахти. Он кровь, короче, мне взял.
Stay down. I shall crush you.
Вытя! И чё ты выпендривался? Дрищ. Эта хрень выпендривалась. просто скиллухи завидуешь. Тебе хочется так же играть, но не можешь, не умеешь. Вот и мерещится тебе. Я называю это синдром обделенной скиллухи. Ура, ядрить! Бот начал писать. Видишь, опять женский тебе мерещится. Синдром обделенной скиллухи. Я тебе об этом и говорю. Тебе везде мерещится женский. Здесь сложно женское, здесь женское.
It's locked.
Ничего. Я думаю, привыкнешь. Осознаешь. Какие там, ядрить, 7 пунктов? Сначала что-то, я уж не помню, там что-то отрицание. Потом что-то осмысление. Чё, привыкнешь. Позавидуешь, да и пройдет. Смотри, сколько зависти ты накопил. Пишет и пишет.
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Смотри почаще мои стримы и, может, наберешься чего-нибудь полезного. Научишься играть. Не будешь вместо таких сообщений, будешь тащить на скилле. Как я. Ну, вроде все обследовали тут. Еще.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
И действительно, как? Оу. Оу. Вот давай, выговорись, видишь? Давай, выговорись. Я ж говорю, ядрить, тебе надо выговориться. Видишь, тяжело тебе. До сих пор ядрить. Сказал раз и все и забыл. А это пишет. Я и говорю, пройдет. Ничего страшного. Че, нету? А, он типа не может заюзать, да? Опа. Вдали моб, смотрите. Чики-брики. В Dark Souls похожая тема с анимацией. А? Перли оттуда. Чтобы ресурсы не тратить. Или это баг? Кто ты?
This is our domain, not
Oi.
yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Так. Ну, он нам сказал, что... Не, а у того штаны прикольные были в штанах. Прям что-то, ядрить. Модник какой. Сейчас я... Блин, я забыл, во. Сейчас в блокнотик запишу. Потому что не первый раз уже замечаю это. Я тут такой блокнотик небольшой веду. Вестеро. Тут блокнотик есть, короче, просто записываю. Так, Вестеро завидует скелухи. Завидует скелухи. Да. Давай.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Egon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
А чё это колени преклонять? Я не понял. Почему? Чего это она решила преклонять колени? Не понял.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
Подожди. Стоп.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
Погодите, а чё еще раз не понял? Почему?
Why was that creature after you?
Как так?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
Да почему это есть Аксакон? Я не понял.
Why was that creature after you?
Почему?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club.
Так это Аксакон и был.
Or turned into slaves if
Он
they had
представился
their
как
way.
Аксакон. Когда я его первый раз увидел, он представился как Аскакон, ядрить. Аскалон. А. Типа это клуб, ладно, окей. Хорошо.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
Так она ядрить же это, прокаженная. Она может и не наркоманка, она эти скали, или как их тут называют. Короче, тут болезнь в городе. Испанка или какая-то тут. Короче, все вместе. Поэтому тут ядрить. Вряд ли она наркоманка. Но убить их надо все равно.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
О, привет, Лакруа! Кстати, смотрите-ка, такая же тема с Маскарадом Вампиров. Привет, Маскараду Вампиров, ядрить. Вот, пожалуйста, Лакруа, вот его представитель Громила, это здоровый. Вот низшие вампиры, которые маскарад соблюдают. Вот охотники. Все, весь маскарад вампиров, только оболочка другая. Марафет ядрить. Так что ядрить. Кто там говорил, не похоже на маскарад вампиров, ядрить. Чё не похоже? Вот все похоже.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Блин, а я не понял.
The guard of Pre-One is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you, she is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Так, что там? Да не, в первой части боевка была хуже даже. В первой части была боевка гораздо хуже. Первая часть Маскарад Вампиров. Но мне Маскарад Вампиров нравится не из-за боевки. Как и первая часть Маскарада Вампиров, так и здесь атмосфера. Вот это вот ядрить. Какая-то обреченность, меланхолия, депресняк. Город вот этот вот. Бесперспективняк. Вампиры, маскарад. Всякие какие-то тут старшие, низшие вампиры. Короче, атмосферная атмосфера тут. Я именно за это ценю, а не за боевку. В боевке я в Dark Souls поиграю. Если уж на то пошло. Именно вот атмосферная атмосфера. Чисто из-за этого, я не из-за боевки. А с тобой что, общаться нельзя, что ли? Нельзя. Так, ну погнали. Да ладно. Самая дальняя комната направо. Чего ее цель? А, это мандавошка-то? Ядрить, а чё это с ней?
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Your room. The blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Что ж вы все ранимые-то какие? На улицу. Нас на улицу, между прочим, тут ядрить. Прогресс вовсю. Дороги, блядь, ямы все залатали. Светофоры новые поставили. Дома ядрить там ремонтируют. Все потому, что мы находимся рядом с торговыми путями. Между аэропортом и дорога и ядрить стадионом, где будет проходить матч. Так что тут ядрить какое-то время даже канав не будет. Полгодика. Если продержится. После зимы, я думаю, все к херам полетит опять. Так что тут ядрить у нас на улице. Все хорошо. Нет, просто находимся на торговых путях. Между аэропортом и стадионом.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat?
People here tried to feed me, but
Does the pain...
it is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling.
Why did you...
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire?
А уж не тот чувак.
Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
И дрить у нее руки опухли.
No more questions, Dr. Reed.
Блин, не успел.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us, spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Why do you live here?
Live! Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city?
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
For how long?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Sean Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Egon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Your place is not here.
Короче, тут ядречет не с кем поговорить вообще.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such...
Вообще никто не хочет разговаривать.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Оу. Страхоубежище. О. Блин. Так, образец разбавленный свежей кровью. Так. Что там, как там, 18-й, да? О, 18-й, нам надо пробить 18-й. Вот, блин, может я зря вот эту штуку вкачал? Сколько стоит? 720 сразу, а тут сколько? Вот это чисто треморовский навык, если кто не в курсе. Чисто треморовский навык. Так, блин, тут все дорого стоит. Сейчас еще ни хера не хватит. Ой, а это что такое? Еее, 18-й. Блин, и чё тут качать? Шо лучше, ядрить, колотить? Наверное, ядрить, колотить. О, фак! Чики-брики не хватает. 4500. А, в Нирвану, если в сумерки уйти. 2200 хватает. Блин, ну там важнее, надо как-то дождаться, что ли. Сколько надо? 300? Давайте подождем. Подождите, какого хера? А, ну в этом районе, да. В этом районе тут ничего не должно случиться. Стабильная. Блин, вдова в беде. Фак. Забыл про нее. Надо было откатить все. Какой смысл, если все равно толком ничего не сделали? Подождите, он мне показывает сюда. Может, тут другая дверь есть? Фига себе. А, это дворочек. Да нет. Чё там? Ой.
This is despicable.
Блин, я думал, что это такое? Это крыска. Просто идите по стрелкам. Ой, у них папа есть.
We're at your mercy. The vampire hunters will never find us.
It's locked, all right.
Вот так вот и все. Спокойно раз и вышли. Ё-моё. Ну что это, кто тут такой?
It's locked, all right.
Фига себе он тут ядрить. Ночлежка Шона ядрить. Нормально тут Шон. Развлекается. Тер. Понятно.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
По-моему, кто-то спятил. Оу-оу-оу. 6000 опыта. Ну, блин, тут шестерка. Вот еще один с шестеркой. Вы защищаете живых искалий?
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same. In death, I mean.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Чего? Чего? Минус 500 единиц опыта. Погодите, так если моя кровь, я сделаю его вампиром. Но он ядрить-то будет. Моя кровь исцелит. Да погодите, как исцелить? Так он будет ядрить тогда. Чё одним ядрить? Чё одним лахти-трахти? Погодите, а кто это мне задает? Он будет моим вампиром? Как я этот... Чей это? А кто мне задание дал? Мне задание дала... А, траходоктор. Но обратить это в вампира превратить. Я хз. Но будет союзник. За него 6000 опыта дадут. Он же ядрить там пипец, по-моему. Ну, завидую, что вы обрели мир. Питаться только мертвыми. Потенциально он может быть союзник.
I really would like to believe your fairy tale. The good ghoul feeding upon the flesh of the dead. But I'm all out of innocence.
Do you question my faith, Dr. Reed?
Do you remember William? Oh, how his admiration for you was exceeded only by his hunger.
May his soul rest in peace.
A night will come, and you will suffer the same hunger. Someone who trusts you completely, a friend, will die never to wake.
You confuse your voracious appetite with my itchy hunger. I would never kill a friend, nor an innocent.
I believe you've discovered our defining difference.
No! No! I did!
Ням-ням! Кусь-кусь! Кусь-кусь! Атя-батя-батя! Кусь-кусь! Опа! 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 Ты не забывай, что у тебя сегодня переполняется лимит завистливо отрицательных комментариев. Когда много отрицательных комментариев с отрицательной энергией, приходится принимать меры. Пиши что-нибудь положительное. Когда много комментариев с отрицательно завистливой энергией, у нас ядрить принято решение на первом съезде скилловых стримеров и топ-донатеров, что надо, так сказать, банить. Так что, так сказать, придумай, что написать хорошее. Я сейчас приду скоро. На 5 минуток отойду. По очень важному поручению.